right now, I'm going to take some simple numbers. Say I created 1 billion shares. To do that, it would take 270 million Axion tokens staked to max. If 4 years from now, I want 1 billion shares, it now is going to cost me 3 times 270. So 810 million tokens. So I hope everybody's seeing what's happening here. To get the share percentage to be a part of this pool, a new investor would have to buy 3 times the token. 3 times the token. 3 times the token to make this work, and at the appreciated price. Right? So today this costs $67,500 to create. Worth $202,500 is the entry fee to get in. So it's 3x. But that's at current price. At a penny, to get a billion shares, $8.1 million. It's an $8 million endeavor to buy that number of shares. So remember when I told you earlier, shares are the most valuable part of Axion? This is why. It's not just price appreciation, it's share rate multiplier appreciation. So these shares, remember, these shares generate money. They generate money. Let's say just a year down the road, right? And a year down the road, we're going to estimate that the share rate is going to be at a 1.5. So now it's 1.5x, right? So this 67,500 is now worth 1.5x plus the appreciation of the token. You're already sitting on a $4 million block of shares. Even if price hasn't appreciated, no matter if the price moves at all, this already goes up 50% in 1 year.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to show people if the price doesn't do anything. This is the magic of shares. I mean, yeah.
In 1 year. The next year, you're up 25%. The next year, you're up 12.5%, but it's stacked, right? And so by 4 years, you're up 300%.
And the price has stayed the same. The price has exactly stayed the same the entire time. It hasn't moved up.
And now so now we've established that these shares are worth a very highly appreciated value. They're big. The shares increase in value. What if we could sell them? Right? What if we could take these shares, instead of having to wait 15 years and have all these accumulated tokens and all of a sudden dump 2 trillion tokens on the market? What if we sell these shares? Right? In fact, if we wait, and remember, I've told everybody that the payoff right now for ROI is going to be, depending on price, between 11 months and 2.5 years. 1 year, 1.5 years, and goes to 4 years. In this window, every single human, no matter what the price, no matter the price, will have gotten an ROI on the initial down payment of their tokens. So they will have gotten, without losing their investment, rat Bitcoin equivalent of their token. Right? So right out of the gate, by the time somewhere in this we call it the Goldilocks zone, somewhere in this Goldilocks zone, because it really is just right, in this Goldilocks area, every person that's max sharing this week will have achieved, no matter what the price of their token, the value of their tokens. Now you've got the value of your tokens, you've already got your whole ROI back with price appreciation. Now you're sitting on a $4 million, a possible $4 million chunk of real estate that no one, that's what it's going to cost for other people to acquire it. Let's sell them. Is we're going to take these tokens. So now I'm sitting on 1 billion shares. It is worth $4 million is what it's going to cost someone else to buy it. What we've made back is 270 million times Axion price times a multiplier. And let's just say it's worth that 1/10 of a cent. I don't know what people want to see. I'm going to tell you this right out of the gate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this is worth $1. It doesn't matter if this is worth 0.0025. Samesies. So that 270 million, let's call it 0.001, right? 1/10 of a penny. Now that 1/10 of a penny is worth $270,000. You will have made back your $270,000 inside that time frame, inside that Goldilocks zone, 1 to 4 years, right? 11 months to 2 years and 11 months, and still be sitting on this. right? So what you're going to be able to do is sell this guy. We're going to sell this guy for below the market cost, right? What we want to do is make it so that we have a secondary market. We're going to take those maximum shares. We're going to burn them. We're going to set them on fire and burn them. What you're going to be able to do is take your max share stakes. Now, again, I want everybody to keep in mind, this is brand new to crypto. This is a very unique, innovative invention for the crypto world. It's coming out in the next 1 to 4 years to make sure we're inside the Goldilocks zone when it happens. We're going to take these tokens, all billion shares, and every single underlying token that underpins them, every single div that they're going to make for the next, for the duration of their life. We burn these things, say we burn it at year 2, right? Exactly on year 2. They get burned, and then they get created into, so it's an NFT in the sense that it's, you can't break it into pieces, that's time locked. This NFT equals 1 billion shares of Axion for 13 years. So now you can take those max shares, and again, I told you, you don't have to wait 15 years, it's a waste of your time. And in that Goldilocks zone, in the 11 months to, let's say 1.5 year to 4 year term, your time-locked NFTs can be burnt. They will continue to absorb Axion, continue to do all the functions that your stake does. However, you've now burned all of that underlying token, all of it, right? Instead of holding these shares forever, waiting for 15 years to make all the financial benefit, you make your huge financial benefit in your 2 to 4 year time frame. You burn them into NFTs. Then those NFTs serve as a secondary tradable market. So now you're selling 1 billion shares, which represents not only 270 million tokens, it represents 3 billion tokens over the course of 15 years. So layer 1, we mitigate inflation by max staking. You permanently mitigate inflation by NFT burning and make them into shares. This is how you control this line. That elevates the second line. Second line, you stop the long-term problem by burning it into a time-locked share. So in 15 years, all of a sudden, you're going to have a lot less shares. And you mitigate that huge drop through Axion buybacks inside this Goldilocks zone, 1 to 4 years.